Okay, so let's go back to the second one on the second one. So we talked about the call location earlier, and then now we talk about the camera. So the camera for what? Taking a picture or taking a video, right? And also how to access into the camera roll. Right? You want to get the photo. So let me go on the camera. So here, what do we have on the storyboard for the camera? So we have where the camera. So this one, the camera view controller. So we have one UI view here, UI image here, just to show the image. Either you take in a picture or you select a picture from the camera roll, and then I think I should show bigger. It has some. Oh, it had the. It also have another two button here. It's a pick or camera. So pick A to get the image from the camera roll, and for the camera is to take in a picture. So let's take a look on this one. So again, camera button. So this is when you run on a simulator, no camera, right? On the simulator will be no camera. So if you try to enable the camera on the simulator, it will crash. So this just to check if you should enable the camera button. So here it has something say that is short time available. Then you can check for the camera to check for the camera if it's available. Meaning on the simulator the camera will not be available, then this one will return phone, then you not allow the user to use the camera. But if I download the app onto the phone and then we will see if it have the camera there. I show that one later. Okay, so same thing, we will set the where the delegating. Okay, so here we have UI image picker control delegate and UI navigation controller delegate. Forget about this one, just the UI image picker controller delegate. So we when we want to use this one, the UI image picker, meaning when you want to pick an image from the camera roll. So do you need to manually create that screen? Right, let's try that one. I click on the camera. I think I disabled that one earlier. Did I? Oh no. Let me run on bigger phone. I didn't use auto layout, and that's why the two button is out of screen. Woo, it's too big. Take a look on the code first. So we have we need to inherit this one from two things: the UI image picker control delegate and UI navigation controller delegate. So those two things is for you to pick the image from the camera roll, and then take a look on this one. When I click on camera, we have here pick, and I disable the camera button here because on the simulator we don't have the camera. So when I say pick, and it will I think it crashed. Okay, so earlier on iOS 9 it didn't ask for a bunch of information, but now you see here it says it need to put in the key and add photo library use description. So you remember earlier we have this one in the info.plist where you need to specify this one, like the privacy location when in use. Similar thing, we need to add the description why you want to access into the camera roll, right? So let's just add this one. Okay, photo library use it, this one, and then hey, I want to see your photo. don't put something like that. People will say don't allow. But just for simulation purpose, okay, we click on camera and then pick, and then it will ask, hey, do you want to give the access for the app to your camera roll? And you say okay, and then it has some image here. I say I click this one, and here also has some. I think for example, I just want to crop the picture like something like, for example, like this, and then I can zoom in, zoom out the picture. I say choose, and then it will crop the image like this one, something like that. But if you see on the main storyboard, we only have one screen, only this view controller, right? Only this view controller. So where the rest, how do you do something like where this screen, and then when we select some image, so where this screen, right? We didn't do anything. Able only do that for you. It's nice enough to provide some UI for you to pick the image, and then also offer the option for you to like edit the image. If you don't want to change anything, you say just use the original image, then you can use this one and choose use the original image. And this one I already crop the image and display. I did the UI image view and I should display it like what did I set here? Yeah, scale to fill. The content mode is scale to fill. That's why it expand and it trim down some left and the right of the image. So let's take a look on the code and okay. So what do we have here? We have some protocol here called the image picker did finish picking media with info. So if you go to the image picker, you click the option and click command and go to this one, you will see the function. You see here, did finish image, did finish picking image, and then this cancel. Meaning what to do when the user select an image, or what to do when user cancel. So similar thing when this one, it can be used either when you want to take a picture or you want to pick the image from the camera roll. So do the same thing. So those the two functions you need to implement. So copy those two functions and then here implement. So here you just this is how you get the image from whatever the device you just use. And here you can either you can get the original image or you can also get the you have here the key here for the original image. If you don't want to use the original image, you can use the edited image. Earlier you remember we can zoom in or crop or so every time you do something on the image, Able will save one original image and another one is the edited image. It's always the original image always be there, right? So you can if you notice when you edit your image, you can adjust the lighting or you rotating or you crop something. It's always still save the original image for you. So you can get the edited image or you get the original image by using those two keys, right? And then you just say, hey, I want to dismiss that view controller. That will be the UI picker controller. Either you select the image or you cancel. You also need to do the dismiss, right? See here, either we did cancel or this one I did pick, right? And then we have two things here. So remember the two buttons. The first one is pick an image from album. When we tap on pick, so this is how where we set the delegating. So we set the delegate for the image picker. And then this is where we take the picture from the camera. Let me show you from the okay. So on my phone it's a little bit small, but take long that one. I can show that one on the screen, but when I show that one, I cannot record the screen. So please see on take on this one. So you see the camera here. So we had the pic here, and then the camera button here. Now it's enabled. So when I tap on the camera, I already allowed the access to my camera before, so that's why I didn't add. So here you see you can take a picture, right? And then it have the screen. Then you can edit this one, or it had a retouch button here. It's also I didn't implement anything. It's by default. It's only have the UI for me. So I say I want to use this photo and it's display. This is how you save the you can take a picture either from your uh, photo camera or of the camera roll or from your camera. Okay, so pretty simple. Esco already implement the UI for you, so you don't need to implement anything. You just need to implement the delegate when you want to get from the library, and then when you want to get from the camera, and then this is where you get the image and whatever you want to handle with the image. Okay, simple, right? It's just the only thing I did notice that earlier as code 9 didn't ask for a bunch of other thing, but since as code 10 not as code Swift Swift 2 and Swift 3 earlier Swift 2 it didn't ask for those bunch of things. Okay, so the next thing is will be the AV foundation. So what is actually this one is use the camera to record a video, so I cannot run on the simulator, so we run on the phone. So take a look on this one. So when I tap on the AV foundation, so you see here it's actually leave video, and also I had the button here, so it can record the video and then it capture the image from the video. So when I say capture, so it will take the picture and it put the picture here. So the whole thing here is, where is it? Okay, so here, right, we have this one is the view to display the view of the camera, and then we have the button capture here, and then this is just the little box there where we display the image we just capture. Right. So actually this one is where how we do the image capturing the halfway. It will open this one. Okay, so what we use here is the AV foundation. So what that's one. This is the AV foundation for. You have two things here. The AV capture video preview layer. So earlier, remember this one, the black box here is the preview video layer. So we show the preview here. This is how we implement the earlier. If you use the camera, it's already prepare everything for you. Just show it and like say take a picture, right? And this one, if you want to do it manually, so why do you want to do it manually? If for example you want to take more control or you add more control for the when you take in a camera, you notice some app when they take in the picture, they can also apply the filter at the same time, right? They can apply the filter on, right? So they can add some button here. If you run the default one from Apple, it will not display the other thing. You need to manually create that one. So you can create some for example some filter here, and then you can apply the filter directly on the preview layer, right? And then you see you have, for example you say you want to move this one to black and white or some, you can apply the filter directly, and then you can take a picture of that. So that's why you want to manually create this one, right? If you just for the purpose of taking picture, then using the camera earlier, that's good enough. It's already built for you. This one you only just need to this one button, that's it. Just use this one button and taking a picture. Actually it also have the flash here or changing the camera front and rear camera, so similar to when you taking a picture, right? Or if you want to implement something else, something better, something cool, then you can manually create that one. Okay, Where was it? Okay, so within this one we have where the taking the still image. Okay, here. So when we want to capture the photo, so it has some function for you to capture the still image from the video preview layer. Right, we have preview layer. It show the leaf. So whatever the camera is taking now, but it didn't record anything. It actually didn't record anything, and then it just showing. And then when you tap on this one, capture a picture, and then you had it API. You call the API to take the still image from that preview layer. That preview layer. It's bunch of code. This is like maybe it's so complicated. If you don't want to, you just need to take the picture. Then don't need to spend so much time on this one. Last class, there one team they build very cool. Actually, that's just one feature of their app, but they build a very cool camera application. Right? They can apply bunch of feature on that one, and they can take in a video and they can pause at the middle. Like they say, hey, I take in a video and then pause, take in a video again, and then later it combine those small chunk into one big video. It's also cool because like their app they more focus on taking the picture and then the video. That's why they try to make that feature really cool. But if your app just want to take a simple picture, then don't need to spend time on that one. Okay. What else do we have? The contact. Okay, so let's take a look on the contact and see. Okay, this is something new. Look at that. I'm also asking for the contact. Give me your contact. For example, I say earlier you remember what did we show? Allow and don't allow, right? But now it's cancel and okay. Where that come from? It's not allow and don't allow. What if now I say cancel? I don't give you the access. I say, oh no problem. I can ask again later, right? So why did I do that? At the very beginning, people tend to decline everything. They don't want to give access to anything, right? So if you just open the app and immediately asking the user to give you some access, they may not want to give the access to you. And remember, you only have one chance to ask that question. If people say no, then good luck with your app. For example, your app need to use the map, but then user say no, then that's it. You will not load your current location. User need to manually or you need to guide the user. Hey, you need to go into the setting, go to the location, and then enable or give the permission for this app to use as well, right? So because you only have one chance to ask that question, so you need to save that question and ask when it's a good time. So here, go back. Let me say contact, and then hey, this is the message I manually create as well. I say, hey, will you give me the access to the contact? If the user say okay, so here the time you show that message. This message only show one, so now it's the good time, because earlier they only say yes, then no reason why now you say no, right? So you increase your chance to get accepted by get accepted by the user to accept it as well. It's not cheating. It's actually on they have some research about this one, how to get people. So they build some app like this, and they had the research. They send the app for a bunch of users for they to use, and they collect the information how many people tend to click on yes and tend to click on no, and if they improve, they have some like some other question at the earlier, then they can lead the user to this page, and people are more had a more tendency on click on yes on the page. And not just like this one, they also create some very cool UI at first, and they say like just to explain why the app need to access to this one. I can send the link for you later. They do a bunch of research on that one.
User behavior.
Yeah, it's more on the user behavior. So here is cool. Before user say yes, then now it's more chance for you that user will say okay. So let's show the code where we do that one. Okay, so that's one is the contact view controller. So to be able to use the contact, you need to import this one, import the contact, and then import the contact UI. And we have something the contact store. This is where you save the contact. Okay, so here, look at this one. So on the view did load, we will call the get contact, and at the very beginning, so let's check if user this authorized for this one before. If they authorize already, don't ask the question again, right? So you see here we have the function called show message. We scroll down and we see the function show message. Where is it? Show message. Okay, here. So it's just function to display the alert controller with some functions. So this is how you manually create the alert controller. We have here the cancel handler. So what happens if the user tap on OK, and then what happens if user click on cancel, something like that. And then go back to that. So if you check the status, if the user only give the access for you, and you say if they only give if they haven't decided their mind to give the access or not, and the status will be not determined, and you can show that message to us, right? And if the answer say yes, and then you can move to this one. Now you request for access, meaning you show the message that's only display once, right? Or if user say no, then we have the cancel handler here. Say okay, never mind, we will add later, right? So we will save that that question when user feel comfortable to say yes. And then if the status is already authorized, then you don't need to show that message again, or just to tell the case if the user declined before. So it's still has chance that they say yes, but then later they say no. Okay, so what happens when we retrieve the contact from the one? So we click on add here. So it will display bunch of information within your contact list, right? You look at this one. If you go back to your storyboard, you also didn't do anything, right? Just only where is that? Okay, so this is the contact view controller, right? Only one view controller. You didn't do any other thing. Like you look at this one, where the search bar and then the table for the contact list come from. You didn't implement that one, right? That one come from the contact UI. Right, so you just call the contact UI, and then it will automatically show the thing for you. And then here, if you want to say, hey, I want to select the contact, select it, and then I add the contact into the table view, right? Add again, and then if I say I don't want to add anything, I click cancel, then it just dismiss. Everything will handle by the contact UI. You don't need to do anything, right? The only thing you need to do is here to where is it? Okay, here. This is where you do the extension for the contact picker delegate. Similar to the image picker, you also need to set the delegate, then you inherit from this contact picker delegate, and then it will have within this one. You go to this one and you see that hey, it will have something like this one, right? Contact picker this cancel, meaning user cancel, user didn't do anything, they just cancel, or this select contact. So this is where you say you only allowed to select one contact, and if you want to select multiple contact, then this one, you see different here. This is the multiple contact. if you want to select multiple at a time. It doesn't have the function for you to select all. Sorry, yeah, you still need to manually select one by one. If you want to select bunch of people, you still need to do like that. Okay, and then when you go back here, you also do the same thing for the image pickup earlier. What you should do when you get a contact. So when you get it, you append to the list and you reload the table. Reload the table view. Or here, when it cancel, you just dismiss it. Right. Okay, and this is if we implement the multiple contact and something like this. It's similar if you want to do the same thing. Okay, so any question for this one? The contact. Let me go to just one more time. Okay, so earlier I talked to you about this one. Available iOS 9. Right, meaning this one only available in iOS 9. If if you see this one and you view your app and then your friend running on iOS 8, you will crash. Right. So if you have something like this, you copy this one available iOS 9 thing and then you AI. Okay, view this load. What is the one here? The check the available for. I forget this one. If available. Let me search for this one. It have something like we can make sure that the user is running on which kind of iOS and then we don't allow you they to order. Okay. The S side. It set up if available and then our security edit is available iOS 9. Okay. Yeah, so we can do something like this. So by doing this way, we can check the iOS of their device. So if it's running on the iOS 9 or higher, then we can call the get contact. If it's lower, then you just show some message. Say hey, your device is lower than iOS 9 or example. So it's not available. So that's how you can handle all the things. You still implement that one if some device have higher iOS version, then they can use the feature. If not, then they cannot use that one. Okay, so don't just put the get contact there and then some people on iOS 8 they run the app and it crash. Right? Okay, so the very last one, the Touch ID. Let's go back to this. Go to the Touch ID, very quick one. Okay, so to be able to use the Touch ID, you need to implement this one to import the local authentication. Right, so you in that one, so you see just few line of code. You check the device have the Touch ID. It's not all the device have the Touch ID, right? Like iOS 5, the iPhone 5 and 4 it doesn't have the Touch ID. So you also need to check that one if the device have the Touch ID. Here, just the code to check if only you see that the touch ID, then you start to enable that one and ask and have user uh, to scan, to allow the user to scan the touch ID. So because the simulator doesn't have that one, so let me try to simulate that one on my phone. Okay, so we have the touch ID here. When on the touch ID and I type on login, so it will display thing like this. Ask me to scan the finger. First of all, let me scan some finger. This finger I didn't register in the phone, so it should say wrong one. Oh, so I register this one. Let me try another finger. Okay, so it will say try again. It didn't recognize this finger, so it can say. So you can use this one uh, to implement the login function, right? If the device only used by one person, then you can use it one. It's a cool thing to show, right? It's actually very simple. You see, just fill out code here, the authentication step, and then it will return. You don't need to do anything. It's only have the API and checking if your finger is registered in the phone. It's only register. It says success, and else say it will return the error, and then just display the error here. Here say login success, for example here. Also no. Okay, it say login success. Right. So if you want to use the touch ID, that very simple way to use that one. Okay. So again, this is just some very basic step how you enable the framework like the map kit, the UI image picker, UI contact. So able only Xcode only implement the UI for you. So just quickly grab that one and use. You don't need to manually create everything from the beginning anymore. So very helpful. So it can help you shorten the thing to implement the feature. And just some quick steps so you have to do that one, and if you want to use all the framework, then you can do the same thing, right? Just grab that one and you know which one you need to go back to this one on the build phases, and then you click here, so it see a bunch of all the framework. It's actually a lot, right? Earlier we used something. If you want to use some all the sensor like accelerator or AV kit, AV Foundation, this one for the video we talked earlier. And we also had the cloud kit. Cloud kit is for if you want to use something for the iCloud, you save the data on the iCloud and then to transfer data from multiple devices. Yes, so that bunch of the thing you can use, and the process is quite similar, right? Implement the delegate and then go to that class and looking for the function you want to implement. It's only have the pre-built UI for you. Just grab that one and use. Okay. Any question for this one? Next Wednesday we will do the. Okay, so this is the lab for next Wednesday. So we do some more advanced feature for the map. We can search from we use some API, some location API, return a list of location. You can search the location and attack the picture into that location. And also how to customize the annotation bin. You see the annotation there. How to do the customization for this one, right? How to add the image here and the thing here, and how to tap on this eye icon and then it move to somewhere. Something like that. Okay, thank you everyone.